The final Wesleyan distinctive that we're going to talk about was that Wesley had a methodical approach to discipleship in community. Wesley was known for his genius at organizing new Christians for discipleship, so that the moment of conversion, of coming to faith, was the beginning of a lifelong journey of growing up to be like Jesus. Wesley's method, where he got the name Methodist, was his way of providing an intentional method for every believer to cooperate with God's sanctifying grace to become like Jesus. Wesley had three groups for doing this. The first he called societies. Think of a church service. Societies were large groups of people who had a common interest. They gathered to learn, grow, and to practice their faith, much like people in our area gather at a local church for Sunday services. Wesley's second group he called classes. Think small group. Classes represented a cross-section of people who were diverse across genders and races and ages and socioeconomic status. Initially, these groups were called together to help build a building, so they divided them into groups so they could take a small offering, a penny a week, from each person in the small group or in the class. But when they divided the group into groups of 12, they found that there was something special about what God was doing in that smaller community. They could help each other as they were struggling in their pursuits of holiness. They could pray for one another. They could shepherd one another. So Wesley expanded the leader's role to spiritually looking over the members of their class. They oversaw, and these became the primary groups of discipleship. There were accountability questions, and this was the primary place that people were cared for and supported. The third group that Wesley had, he called bands. These would be similar to what we call D groups at the Orchard. Small groups of either men or women divided by gender and relationship status. Typically 4 to 6 people who gathered to openly confess their sins, to get encouragement, to read the scriptures together, and to pray for each other. This intentional participation in multiple groups with other people was Wesley's primary way of making sure that Christians were connected in relationship, in a regular rhythm, around intentional practices, so that the Spirit could work in their lives and in their lives together. This kind of intent was new, really unheard of, and Wesleyans today still know that life change happens best in community. Pause the video here and reflect on this question. Are you part of a group? If not, why not? What are the advantages of doing discipleship with others?